Hey, it's Harrison from Breakthrough Couples. You say you want to save your marriage, but are you actually trying? There's something I say to couples sometimes that's a little uncomfortable. You can genuinely want your marriage to work and still be doing almost nothing that would make it work. Those two things can exist at the same time. You can love your wife, you can love your husband, and you can be terrified of losing them, and still avoid the very things that your relationship needs from you. I was talking to someone recently who kept saying essentially, I want this marriage to work, I love this woman, I don't want to lose her, and I believed him. But there was a problem. His wife had been telling him what she needed: talk to me, ask me questions, be interested in me, initiate with me, come towards me. And every time he and I talked about it, he said, yeah, I need to do that. And I said to him, did you do that? And he said, no. And I said, okay, we've got something interesting here. Because at some point you have to stop asking, do you want your marriage? I already know the answer to that. But the more important question becomes, what's stopping you from behaving like somebody who wants his marriage? And that's a completely different question. Because there's usually something standing between what you want and what you're willing to do, right? Maybe it's fear, maybe it's resentment, maybe you're afraid the conversation is gonna turn into another fight. Maybe you've tried before and you're convinced nothing is gonna change. Maybe there's a part of you saying, don't go over there. Stay on the couch. Leave it alone. Don't start anything. You're better off keeping your mouth shut. And every day that you listen to that voice, you're making a decision. Even though it doesn't feel like a decision, you're voting. You're voting with your behavior. And there's a distinction that I gave this person. I'd much rather see you try and fail than fail to try. Because if you try and the conversation goes badly, now we've got information, right? What happened? Was your timing off? Did you come in accusing? Was your partner already upset? Did you start fixing instead of listening? Did you get defensive? Right? Now we have something to work with. But if you don't try, there's nothing to work with. You don't get any new information and the relationship stays exactly where it is. So stop thinking you have to hit some enormous relationship home run. You don't. Just get a man on first. Ask your wife about something that matters to her. Ask your husband how that thing at work turned out. Put your phone down. Sit next to them. Right? Say, I realized I haven't asked you how you're doing lately or how we're doing. And that's the hardest part. Stay there. Don't fix it. Don't defend yourself. Don't explain why they're wrong. Get curious. Because sometimes what looks incredibly small to you feels enormous to the other person who's been waiting for it. Your partner might not need a home run. They might need evidence. Evidence that you're still here. Evidence that you're still interested. Evidence that you're willing to be uncomfortable. Evidence that you're actually trying. So here's the question I want you to sit with. If I could hear anything you say, if I couldn't hear anything you said about your relationship, and I could only watch what you did this week, what would I conclude that you actually want? Because eventually your behavior gets a vote. And in a relationship, it may get the deciding vote. So if you want to work with me, you can go to my website and you can start by clicking on a self-assessment. Now that self-assessment will give you a score for your relationship out of 360 points in 3 different categories, right? The health of your relationship, the connection that you have, and your repair capacity. It'll give you 3 scores. And you'll see the top 5 places that we need work on. And that'll give you something to talk about right away with your partner, right? Instead of the usual. It's like a home inspection for your relationship. Now you could take that score and those top 5 areas of concern to any therapist. You could take them to any coach. You don't have to take them to me. It gives you a starting point, right? If you want to work with me, I prefer couples take my course entitled Breaking the Cycle of Reactivity, because I do have a learning curve to my approach. I want couples to learn something, relearn something, and stop doing something. That takes a little time. So I do have a course that I prefer couples take before they see me. And you could take that course and go somewhere else to some other coach or some other therapist. And that would give you so much of a starting place to bring in so that you're not talking about the last fight or you're not sure where to begin, right? You can also subscribe below for more videos like this one. And really the most important thing here is understanding who you become in your relationship. Not who your partner becomes, but understanding who you become. Bye for now.